Hello, good people. I am Stacy Jenkins, and I'm running for District 8 for the commissioner seat over it, which covers Tyndall Heights. It will cover parts of Tapman Square, all of those areas in there, off of Mercer, where you're talking about Telfair, all off of Jeff Davis, all of those areas surrounding there. Some parts of Pinona, some parts going into downtown, the downtown connector, because we're right there at that downtown connector, and we sit on prime real estate where I stay at. And I just seen the news article a few moments ago. I'm out. I am sick. I just left from the doctor's early this morning time because I have acute bronchitis, and I'm really not supposed to be talking right now. But I had to say something about the article that I just saw about former Mayor Ellis going down to the east part of Macon and confronting an apartment complex for a former Vietnam veteran that is renting from this apartment complex. Now, this is all alleged because it was just written down, and I'm just going off of what I've seen. But I know that it is not a far stretch on what I'm about to say about what just happened. It's been reported that the management called the police on our former Mayor Ellis because they said that he was trespassing, because he was standing up and protesting for the filth that was at this apartment. There is rodents. There are roaches. There are bags of trash that was visually seen at this apartment. And this veteran is living in this type of squalor, this type of filth, okay? And so he went there as an advocate to talk and to raise awareness about it so that management can do something about it. And so they detained him. In the article with MaconTelegraph.com, and I want you to go and research it yourself, it didn't say, they couldn't say that they actually put handcuffs on Mayor Ellis. They only could say that he was detained. So we still have to find out exactly what's going on with that. Excuse me. My concern is this is not the first time. We've had Crystal Lake. We've got this apartment now today in East Macon. There are so many filthy apartments and homes. People stop me all the time telling me about the things that they have to go and do to keep up their property, and they are renting. They are renting here in Macon-Bibb County, and it just vexes my spirit because to me, when I see the areas that are in, especially the predominantly minority areas here in Macon-Bibb County, I never see anything new put up. I don't see nice homes that you just want to go and rent. They're always nasty. The bathrooms be nasty. The kitchen is nasty. They don't want to pressure wash the house. It's just disgusting. And they only do that to minority communities here in Macon-Bibb County. And I am so fed up and tired of it. And I'm not saying that all landlords are like that. Not all landlords are like that here in Macon. You've got some good landlords here. I rented from someone who recently, he worked with me, and you know what, I never had a real problem with him. But what I'm saying is, from what I continuously see out here in the community, it is disgusting. They only bring brand new apartments to North Macon or new residential areas to downtown Macon. And guess what? Everybody cannot afford to live there. I've seen some crazy ads in the newspaper, on Craigslist, on Trulio, all of these residential websites that are soliciting for people to come and rent their apartments and their homes. And even just to be able to go into a decent house or apartment, you got to have 3 to 4 times the income. You have to have the rent is about $1,200 to $1,300 to $1,400. How can you charge that much? There's a new residence that's coming downtown that I read about that they're still awaiting approval. They may have already gotten approval, but they're talking about $500,000 for people who are interested in purchasing residential property downtown. $500,000, okay? People here are barely making enough money to be able to keep their pantries full. And now you're talking about upping the ante. Macon is slowly but surely pushing out the minority community. If you don't see it, you heard it first from me. If you look downtown, downtown's beautiful, don't get me wrong. But there's times that I don't even want to go downtown Macon. First Fridays, sometimes I don't even want to go down there. Why? Because everywhere I go, it looks nothing like me. It doesn't reflect me. It doesn't look anything like my culture. And I'm a very diverse person. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for diversity. And you have certain groups in our Black community that have worked with certain organizations here. And they had the best intentions. But they didn't realize that it was slowly going to wean out minority communities from the downtown area and from the North Macon area. I'm from New York. I moved down here years ago. Do you know the area that made us just say, oh, wow, this will be a great place? Because they were looking for postal workers and they needed postal workers in the Southeast. So it gave my dad an opportunity and my mom, who's originally from the South, an opportunity for us to relocate because she always wanted to move back home down South. It was East Macon. It was East Macon. It was the Black communities. They were beautiful. The lawns were kept up. It was plush. You know, and they weren't multi-million-dollar homes, but you could tell that there was an upkeep there. I do not know what has happened, but it does not look and it does not reflect who we are as a people and where we come from. We come from people who worked as domestic servants that kept half of these houses here in Macon, Georgia. So don't you think we should know how to keep up our own? That's where we come from. People, I'm going to tell you, I don't care what race you are here in Macon-Bibb County, but I'm going to tell you one thing in the upcoming 2020. You have two very important elections. One is here in Macon-Bibb County. The other one is our national election. And I did a podcast the other day, and I shared the podcast. And at the end of the podcast, I forewarned people, and I said, look, you may have not taken your politics seriously. Maybe the last time you really voted was when President Obama was in office. And since then, you just kind of lost momentum. Baby, 2020. It's time to get up on it. Do you understand me? Because you're slowly but surely being taken out of the narrative. You are no longer being integrated into anything, any new prospects that I really see. It does not reflect diversity. And if you're a diverse-minded type of person like I am, where I want to see everyone win, I want to see the entire fabric of the community come together and to live well and your children do well. I don't care where you come from. I'm telling you, you better go ahead and get serious. Go ahead and register yourselves to vote. Register yourselves to vote. Don't be lackadaisical this year, okay? Don't wait around the bush. Don't prioritize all of these things, these events and these, it's nice to go out to events. I love it. I love to socialize. But don't forget to take care of the important things that concern you, and it concerns your family, and it concerns your community, and it concerns your future. This is more important than putting on a dress and going out to a party or event. Make sure that you are registered. If you are registered and you know somebody's not registered, guess what? It just takes you a few minutes. You can go down to the Board of Elections that's on Pioneer Avenue, right across the street from Checkers, in the old Burlington Shopping Center. If you are familiar with Macon, you know exactly where that's at. That intersection is at Eisenhower Parkway and Pioneer. Go down there, ask them for some voter registration forms. Take them to your church. Go to the nursing homes. They have absentee ballots that we can send, we can give to the nursing homes. I need people in my own district, and for us to make sure that people are registered to be able to vote in the national election. So I need people. Just email me, hit me up. If I don't pick up the first time, that's okay. Leave a voicemail and I will get back to you. But I need for you to make sure that 2020, and we also got this census going on. There's a lot of things that's going to give you, as a citizen of this community, no matter who you are, an opportunity to voice who you are and what your needs are. What are your needs? Don't sit back and wait for your neighbor to think about you, because trust me, they're not thinking about you. So that's why when you go down there and you vote, you are representing yourself. Don't think somebody's going to be thinking about you. Are you kidding me? Times are getting harder, and it's time for us to start getting more conscious about who we are, where we are. You have a voice. Don't think that's because you don't have a certain title, or you don't know a certain group of people, or whatever the case may be. Let me tell you something. Civil rights and reformation and progress happen with everyday people, okay? Everyday people. So you are valid and you are needed. You are valid and you are needed, and don't let anybody tell you any differently. Do you understand me? I don't care how many degrees they have behind their name. Do you understand what I am saying? Because a lot of these people who have all of these degrees behind their names, they can't even handle a basic conversation about community plights and community issues. Okay? They're self-consumed and they're just worried about building up themselves and their own personal incomes. I'm tired of people coming up in here lying, talking about what they're going to do for our communities. I've lived over there in the Tender Heights area, across the street from Ballard Hudson, and baby, since I've been there, from when us as a community, we get together and we try to do things for the community, the little that we can do, okay? I mean, I haven't seen hardly no growth over there. And I keep reading in the news about all these promise centers and all this was supposed to be coming over there. Where? How? When? Because nobody knocked on our doors. Because I know, baby, because I've been over there. So, like I said before, don't think that somebody's going to be thinking about you. Think about yourself, okay? All these people running around here, got all these titles, and who they know, and who they rubbing shoulders with and elbows with, honey, that don't mean a bit of thing. Do you understand me? What matters is your input, okay? We the people, not a group of people. We the people is what it says in the Constitution. So I just wanted to get my rant on that. And I want to also challenge you to go on to Facebook. Hit me up on elect Stacy Jenkins for District 8, Commissioner District 8. Yes, yes. Because you know, I raised my child over there. And I know, and my child is a big county school, high school graduate. And I'm very passionate about my community. And I see the need, and I know that the resources that we need in this area of District 8, I know that we could have so much more. And not only that, that we are also able to tap into our own resources. There's going to be some things that come up I want to invite you to, because I want you, along with myself, to become more financially empowered. And you know how we can do that? You don't have to beg the bank. You don't have to beg for a grant. Grants are great, don't get me wrong, but you can't live off grants. If you want to profit and you want to create generational wealth, the thing that we need to do is we need to look to the past. A little place called Tulsa, Oklahoma, where it was called Black Wall Street at one time. You have to look at communities that have done it before. And if it works for them, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You got to learn how to pull your resources together, because we have a lot of resources that we take and we invest in other communities. But this is our time as a united District 8 of all people. And I want to see everybody represented. I want to see not only African Americans, white people, our Hispanic community. I want to see our Asian community, our East Indian, South Asian, Pacific community, and also our Native American community. I want to see it all. Our Middle Eastern community. I want to see a representation of all of it, because it all matters. All lives matter. Yes, Black lives matter, and the plight of what happens in the violence that goes on in our Black communities. But all lives do matter as a collective. So let's keep our former Mayor Ellis in prayer, first of all, and also that community complex, those people that live there, that the right thing is done for these people and that it benefits them, not just the owner, because he has a due diligence, or she, whoever the owner is of these apartments, or whoever the owners are of these apartments and these homes here in Middle Georgia. We got to start calling it out. We got to start putting it out there, social media. You got to start shaming these people, because if you keep quiet about it, because you don't want anybody to know about your business, guess what? Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change. But if you go ahead and you make it verbal, and you put it out there and you ask for help, then community can come behind you. So let's hope that, and let's also continue to research, continue to work with our schools, adopt a school, adopt a class. If you go to my Facebook page, elect Stacey Jenkins, District 8 for Commissioner Office. I have a podcast on there, and I just shared a podcast about the Macon Telegraph. They just put out a new article about 10 failing schools here in Bibb County that's in the state of Georgia. 10. And we have some of the best educators here in the country that are located right here in Macon, Bibb County. So there's no way that our children should be failing like that. Please contact me whenever you get an opportunity to, because I need help in this upcoming election. And I look forward to talking to you. Please share. Please add your comments, your opinions. And I want to hear from you. Thank you so much. And y'all continue to have a blessed rest of your holiday season.